think it's might be working. All right, let's see. I think it's working now. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm waiting to see if anyone comes in the room. Actually, I can't see anything in the top chat yet, guys. So let me know if this is coming in clear. I'm just gonna wait because I know that the last live was having some sort of technical difficulties, but I'll just wait a second. Let me see. Do you see my live? Can it everybody, is anybody in the chat? Maybe I should end it and go to the other one. Oh, okay. Thank you, Wizga. I was wondering. I was like, is it actually streaming? Because like I didn't see if it was. Okay, yay. Okay, yay, it's working. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I was having hecka technical difficulties. But I'm glad that I got everything situated. So everything will be smoother and stuff once I get a few of the kinks out of the way. So I'm just gonna wait and see if a couple of more people come in the room. I know everybody left out because the first one failed. And I think that I'm not sure. Oh, hey, okay, there we go. I'm starting to see people in the comments now. Peace, Eva. Thank you guys for joining. I'm just going to start the stream now. I know I lost a lot of people because of the technical difficulties and stuff like that, but that's okay. They'll be able to see it when it is available on the playlist. So, I'm just going to start by saying hey to everyone and thank you so much for being here. Whether you're joining the live, you're watching the replay, or you're simply exploring this space for the first time, I want to welcome you all to the Sovereign Circle. And I'm truly grateful that you guys chose to come here and spend a little time here with me today. So, before we begin, feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat and let me know where you're joining from and what brought you into this space today while we wait for a few more people to come in the room. They got wrapped around because of the first live. It didn't, the link kind of failed, you know. Hi to everyone in the Sovereign Circle. Hey, Juror Report. Wise. Hey, Wise. Okay, so Wise is from Chicago. here to show support and to learn something new. Thank you for joining. Do we have any more people in here? Where are you joining from, guys? Hey, BB, shouts out to you. BB is from the city of Pasadena. So little fun fact: Pasadena, California, the city of roses. That's where I'm from. That's where I was actually born. So we got something in common there, BB. Jura is connected from Cali. We got a lot of Cali folks in here. Got some Chicago. Okay, I see you guys. Eva, thank you. Thank you. And I was going to get into, so before that we move forward, I wanted to take a moment and recognize that today is a very special day. Sky is from Australia. Okay, we got Australia in the building. All right, what's up, me? Mimic, the Lock Mimic. What's up, guys? So, yes, today is Juneteenth, y'all, and I want to say that the ancestors want us to know, like, celebrate this day today. So that's what I'm going to do in the first half of this. I want to honor my ancestors, those who came before me, those who paved the way, and those who continuously fought for our freedom, our dignity, and our right to be recognized fully as human beings. Happy Juneteenth to all of you guys. So I want to call forward and highlight the honorable parts of them, their strengths, their courage, their wisdom, their creativity, their resilience, and the sacrifices that they've made so that we can stand where we are today. And I always have to acknowledge my ancestors because y'all be putting in a lot of work and it doesn't go unnoticed. You know, I always try to acknowledge wherever I can. And another thing that I also want to recognize is those who are still caught in times when people were committed to behaving in atrocious, inhumane ways to one another. We still remember Emmett Till. We still remember George Floyd. We still remember Sandra Bland. We remember the countless named people and unnamed people whose lives were taken, whose humanity was denied, and whose stories can never be forgotten. And so I also want to honor two of my favorites, Prince and Michael Jackson. They are two deeply gifted men who use their shift. They use their skills and their arts to shift culture and elevate human consciousness. Especially with Michael Jackson's song, "They Don't Really Care About Us." That song right there, it speaks deeply to injustice, inequality, pain, and the human desire to be seen, to be heard, and to be treated with dignity. You know, so these histories, they shouldn't be forgotten, and we can't heal by pretending that they never happened. So we heal by telling the truth, honoring those who came before us, and actually learning from the past and deciding what we choose to carry forward. Thank you guys. Support and like the live. Make sure that you subscribe. I also want to take a moment to honor and thank my mother. Rest in power. I honor her life, her spirit, and the way that her presence continues to live through me. I also want to thank all my spiritual mothers who continue to show up for me, guide me, and pour into my life. I see a couple of them in the chat. Thank you to you. big thank you. I also want to thank my son. I want to thank my family and my friends for their love and for their continued support. And I just want everybody to remember that none of us arrive here alone. Um, we are carried by those who came before us, those who walk beside us, and those who continue to believe in us. Thank you. So, with that being stated, welcome to the Sovereign Circle. This is a space where we're not afraid to have the conversations that are necessary for us to heal, understand, and to move forward while doing so in a truthful, responsible, and a respectful manner. So, before I introduce the community and the website, I want to start with the heart of why this space was actually created. And I want to say that the Sovereign Circle is a community where it's inspired by my own journey of healing, rebuilding my life, and discovering that abundance, it usually begins within before it ever appears around us. So for me, abundance hasn't just been about money. It's been about learning how to trust myself again, how to rebuild after really hard seasons, and how to listen to my spirit and how to create from a place of truth instead of fear. Um, One thing I want to bring attention to is that for me, and especially for me, this is what I think about all the time, is that abundance can sometimes feel scary. I'll say that again. Abundance sometimes feels scary because if you've been wired to scarcity, survival, lack, or always waiting for something to go wrong, then even good things can feel unfamiliar. And that's something that I have um, had my little struggles in, but we will get into that more once we get into more gathering circles and we connect more. Um, Sometimes receiving more love, more support, more peace, more opportunity, or even more money can feel uncomfortable because your mind and your body may not be used to it. So, a lot of us have learned how to survive, but we're still learning how to receive, and receiving is a part of abundance. In order to experience overflow, we have to become open to receiving. We have to allow ourselves to believe that good things can come, good things can stay, good things can grow into our lives without fear, guilt, or resistance. This is part of the work of abundance. It's not just chasing more, but becoming ready to receive more. I have a lot of people, and their top things that they say to me, I ask them, I say, what do you struggle with, when dealing with abundance? They all, a majority of them say, I struggle with receiving. So that's a big part of it. So let me ask all of you in the comments, have you ever received something good, but you still felt nervous, afraid, or undeserving of it, or somehow sabotaged it in a way so that it was something that you probably weren't even aware of until after you're like, damn, I really was really scared to receive. Jura said, absolutely. Does anybody else feel that way? And by the way, um, as the community continues to grow and I continue to expand the Sovereign Circle, I'm trying to get it to be a little bit more interactive with you guys. So later on down the line, I'll be trying to make provisions so that that can happen for us, because I really like connecting with you all. And I really want to create something that is more like a circle where we can have more people come in and share, you know, their different perspectives and viewpoints. Eva Berry said, I used to be that way. Yes. So, um, the Sovereign Circle was created as a space for reflection, conversation, growth, and conscious connection, because we are definitely picking and choosing this season. I'm telling you, we are definitely picking and choosing, and we are choosing right. Um, so in a world, because this world, it really does move really fast and it moves quickly. So for me, I'm more of a slower pace. So I wanted to create a place where we could have the opportunity to slow down, think deeply, and just ask questions to explore what abundance truly means. And so when many people hear the word abundance, they immediately think about money, right? When I hear abundance, I'm thinking about money. But while financial well being, it certainly has its place in abundance, abundance is much more and much broader than that. And so I'm really excited to get into that, um, in every aspect of where abundance can be found, what abundance means to me, and I would love to hear from you guys as well what abundance means to you. I like how juror 13 in the comments said, sometimes when you're a provider, receiving feels unfamiliar. That is so true. Um, because a lot of times by being a provider and you're accustomed, you're used to being the strong one there, that a lot of times people don't even think that you need help. You know what I'm saying? So it might feel foreign or it might feel a little weird for you to be receiving help, because you've been in that role for a long time. But that's what we're going to sit here, break down, and analyze and talk about. Because abundance can be found a lot of places. It can be found in our relationships, it can be found in our health, in our peace of mind, our sense of purpose, our creativity, and our ability to live in alignment with our values. So, my hope for the Sovereign Circle is that it becomes a place where people can gather without judgment, share perspectives from one another, and leave feeling encouraged and inspired. And of course, number one, respectful, right? Because we have people who are joining. I seen someone, what's her name, from Australia, and thank you for being here. But we have so many different people joining from different walks of life, so many different perspectives. And so the community values for this space that I would like to be reflected throughout is that there's no judgment here. This is a space for honest reflection, respectful conversation. Because, like I said earlier, I will have admins and moderators, and I will tell them to escort you out very quickly. Okay. This is a space for us to learn and grow. We're going to talk about abundance that goes beyond money, and also how connection is a form of wealth. So, in the chat, I got something for you guys. When you hear the word abundance, what comes up for you first? And I'm just gonna the first words that pop up, that's what I'm gonna read. BB said abundance, enjoy, health, love, and family and peace. Mimic said dance. So when you hear the word abundance, Mimi heard dance first. That's good because abundance comes in many forms, and I'm so excited to really break it down once we get into it. So the next part of this stream, I want to actually walk you guys through the website. Now, for this live stream, I won't be able to split the screen so that you will be able to see, but I will be able to guide you through. So when you go to the homepage, you're going to go to theabundancerecode.com. There you're going to see a lot of different tabs. You're going to see books, where I will be publishing and making available a number of books for anyone to grab. There's also a tab that says bulletin. The bulletin there is going to be where I post blogs and just any food for thought that I come up with, because I'm going to be studying a lot and I study extensively. So there's a lot that goes into this. So you guys can go check out the bulletin. I will be posting blogs there. There's also another tab that says support the circle. And all of you guys' gifts are greatly appreciated, and the gifts are going to help us move this forward, and we'll be able to have more gatherings, more events, more lives, more just a lot more connection with that. So when you go to support the circle and you click to choose to make a donation, I know that it says $10, but there you can change it, and there is the ability to put however much that you want to gift in order to support. Another tab on there is called the Sovereign Circle. Okay, that Sovereign Circle tab is where is intended for the live streams to be. Now today, your girl had a few issues with the stream, but I'm definitely going to get that stuff worked out so that it will be streaming from both YouTube and from my personal website at the same time. So we working out here. We working. Yeah, and you could just go through the website if you want to sign up for initiation codes. Those will be specific packages that I have put together with a few different things for everyone who decides to go with that route. I also have emails and newsletters where you can sign up. So feel free to just roam around. There's also going to be journals coming out soon. So stay tuned and look out for that. So I'm just really excited because you're going to find a lot of reflection there, teachings, articles. So subscribe. You can bookmark the page. And this website is where the community is going to be able to stay connected between gatherings. It's going to be a place for updates, new offerings, resources, and everything. So now that we've got the website out of the way, I do want to ask the chat a few questions. I love to hear from all of you. If you're comfortable, I want to put one word in the chat of what abundance means to you and what receiving means. What does Lokmimi, what does beta mode? What does we're in beta mode mean? I'm getting tech savvy, guys. I ain't all the way tech savvy, but I'm getting there. Oh, beta mode, when you said you're just starting off. Hey, don't talk about me like that. We gotta start from somewhere, right? So since the chat is kind of a little bit lagging, I just want to leave you guys with this because I'm not going to take up too much of your time today because I was late. So I am mindful of that. And I will definitely be posting on my Instagram when the next live stream will be. And we're going to be going more in depth on certain topics. So, one thing that is always very hard for people who are just starting with streaming and stuff is the silence, right? Because sometimes when you're streaming on like a platform that isn't that doesn't have the ability to allow people to connect and join in on the conversation, silence scares a lot of people. But silence is also a part of the gathering. Abundance is not always about adding more. Sometimes abundance begins with just making the space. And so, space in the mind, space in the body, space in our relationships. When we're too full of fear, shame, survival, and old stories, it becomes hard to receive anything new. So, a part of the abundance is asking, what do I need to release so that I can receive what is trying to already meet me? A lot of times we can't receive because we holding on to too much stuff. Let it go. That's another part of abundance. Letting go what no longer can hold space in our lives. Let it go and welcome more to come in because you cannot receive without getting rid of the old or things that no longer align with where you are in life. So, that is it for my welcome gathering today. I do want to give you all another big thanks for joining. And I'm excited to get more streams on here. That way we can connect more and I will get this thing working. So, thank you guys all. If you're still here at the end of this message, do me a favor. Put what do I want? Put the little heart emojis in the comments. Put a heart in the comments, and I'm gonna respond to all of them. What color? Purple. Let's see purple. I love purple. Purple is very royal, and I like that. So if you made it to the end, put the purple hearts in the comments, and I will definitely see you guys next time. Until then, thank you, BB. All right, guys. See you.